Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we got another LEGO Avengers video for you. This one happens to be a Loki entrance. Free play! That's right, it's a level 2 free play, and we're gonna go ahead and knock out a whole bunch of things, including all the Minikits, all 3 character tokens. We're gonna freely, and look at that, we get 3 of the 4 gold bricks. The only reason why we're not getting 4 is because we've already completed the level, which gave us the 4th one. And of course, we're gonna get that red brick from the collector as well, which happens to be that 4x red brick. Speaking of red bricks, before we get started, we're actually gonna fly up to the helicarrier and purchase our 2x red brick. If you've been following along and watched our level 1 struck off the list free play video, you probably grabbed our 2x red brick along with us. So we're gonna fly up right now and go ahead and activate it. It's gonna cost us a cool million studs. And you know, Doug says there's a quicker way to get up here, and there's like a little terminal or something I can access down by Central Park, but I can't ever find it. And rather than waste a bunch of time trying to find it, I just fly up. So if you guys know a quicker way or prefer this way, whichever way, don't matter to me. Just make sure you get up to that S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. And we're going to go ahead and ride the elevator on down. Ease on down the carrier. And we're going to then head on over to the left-hand side, go up into the little portal room, which actually takes us to the collector. Now, if you remember, it used to be Deadpool's room over here. We're going to hang a Richie. And all right, then a Louie, and then another Richie, and check it out. We've got the middle terminal here. We're going to press the icon indicated to go ahead and access the red brick purchaser. And we're going to move it over 1 and select it because we got it. And booyakashow, we now officially have the 2x red brick. Now, we do go to the, we're going to turn it on, the studs here. And now this is kind of weird because, okay, you saw when I hit start, it brought up the menu. Go to space was an option. But then when I turned the red brick on and it returned to that main menu, go to space was not an option. Now, I did not realize that until right now. So I thought that you just couldn't go to space from inside the helicarrier. But as you just witnessed, I guess if I would have repaused it again, I would have noticed that. But I didn't want to waste any time or have any unnecessary screens. So I just went ahead and ran over to the elevator and went upstairs. All right, so we're going to ride all the way up to the top. As soon as we get to the top, we can go ahead and hit that options or start button, whichever console you're on or whatever the button is to get to your main menu options there. And it does take a little bit of time getting up and down that elevator. All right, here we are up top. We're going to go ahead and hit that button and go to space. That's right. Superheroes in space. And we're going to ride the old, what is it, Quinn Space Jet? Space Quinn Jet? Anyway, once we get up here, we're going to actually look for the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. Make sure it's not the one on the flag. And the name of the level is a low-key entrance. We're going to go ahead and select free play. And as you can see, we only got that 1 gold brick. So all of the rest is up to us. And I promise you, we're going to knock them all out in one fell swoop. One fell swoop. I don't know. How does that saying even go? One flail swoop? I don't know. All right, moving along here. All right, so the level has officially started now, and we can see that Loki kind of teleports himself over to the side, and then he raises some of his, I guess they're supposed to be S.H.I.E.L.D. Employees, I guess, some sort of agents or something. They all come running at us, and we run from them and we drop down a level, actually, too. And that was by design. We're actually coming down here to access these 2 giant green handles. You can actually see that inside that red box, there's a Minikit. So we're going to switch on over to somebody who can handle them green handles. And he goes by the name of Hulk. So we'll go ahead and fill that meter up by spamming that button and slam the door off. And then boom, look at that. We got our first Minikit. We're rolling. And all right, moving along to the left-hand side. Okay, we're going to come back to the collector here in a second. We're trying to get back to that S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a Captain America S.H.I.E.L.D. switch. And I'm trying to get back there, but it's kind of a funny angle, and you actually have to run all the way around these. And all right, so we got up under there. We used the S.H.I.E.L.D. switch, and it just takes a second for that little box to open up, and guess what's inside? It's a character token, which happens to be the Absorbing Man. Not really familiar with him, but I'm sure he's going to do something cool. Now, we probably should have talked to the collector because he needs to be spoke to on this one. The last one we were able to go find the item he needed and then bring it to him, speak to him, and then just give it to him. That doesn't work in this one. So we should have talked to him, but we didn't. We actually went up a level, and then off to the left-hand side we find a ladder that actually can take us up even higher. So we're going to charge up Thor's hammer once we get up here and pump it up, because there's a shock panel, and once that meter is filled, it actually has a little camera pan, and a bunch of stuff comes crashing down from the ceiling, and guess what? We got ourselves a Minikit out on the middle of this scaffolding here. So grab it, and then keep on keeping on over to the right-hand side, and we're going to find ourselves, a person in need of some mind controlling. He just doesn't know what to do with himself. So the Scarlet Witch will do the job for that. However, this is what I was referring to a minute ago, that we should have talked to the Collector, because the Collector needs to be spoke to before we can actually utilize him as intended. So we can still use the Scarlet Witch to go ahead and target the bullseye out there to the right of that person. And then any flying character will do. We chose Thor to get out there and grab that Minikit. And we're going to go right back up there, and then we actually tried to mind control him like 3 or 4 more times, and it doesn't work in our favor whatsoever. Like I said, what needs to happen right now, and I do figure this out here in a second or two, we need to drop down and go talk to the Collector, and it will then activate a little icon for this person we mind control to walk up and actually use that switch. So at first I was kind of wondering, God, is this a bug, or do I need to restart my game and see what happens, or do I need to do something? Because some things are, needing to be done in order. And I know that some of the free roam, some of the missions will open up after others are completed. I know a lot of people have had issues in previous Lego games, so we're going to try to do this and in the right order, I guess, is the best way to say it. So, all right, we've dropped down and we're talking to the Collector. He basically tells us he needs this rocket. It's a little mini rocket that is worth more than anything. You can see there, it's a rare miniature rocket rumored to be worth more than Earth itself. Well, that's got to be worth a lot, because Earth is probably not very cheap. At least, I don't know, maybe it is. But, all right, so we've spoke to him. Now we need to fly back up. You could essentially climb back up, too. That's always an option. It's a little quicker to fly up, though, so we get up here. Now we got to switch back over to the Scarlet Witch, and now we can use our mind control. And look at that. We make him flip the switch, and this little box drops from the ceiling, and we open it up and grab that rocket. You can see it's added to our inventory. It's right below our character icon up in the left-hand corner there. And we run down, and we hand it right on over to the Collector, and he is super stoked to see it. And check this out. He gives us the 4X stud multiplier red brick, so we'll take it. The only problem with it is it costs a lot of studs. I think it's like 2 million studs. And even after trying to milk as many studs from this level as possible, we still fall quite a few studs short, at least by my math anyways. We'll see. I might go do some farming in between. We might play level 3 without it and then come back and buy it. We already have a 2X. So 4X would certainly be handy, but all right. Anyways, we roll back up the elevator here. Psych, it's just actually a ladder. Old school. But once we get up to this main level here, up to the right-hand side, there's this yellow weird thing here. Go ahead and switch to Ultimate Ultron and use his, I guess, telekinesis, or I guess it's the cosmic brick ability that was really needed right there. So we've got that done. We've got a couple mini kits in our rear view, and just as a reminder, we do have a mini kit and character token and Stanley and red brick quick links down below in the video descriptions of all of our free play videos. So I know we've already gotten past a couple of them, but hey, if you're wanting to get to the next character token or whatever, feel free to go ahead and use those and warp ahead to the parts you need. Meanwhile, we're going to stay here and continue the story stuff, and that just consists of us taking out some silver boxes and then using the S.H.I.E.L.D. access terminal. Now, if I'm looking there, it looks like there's a Hydra symbol there. I'm not sure why that popped up. I don't have any notes on that. Maybe there's a little Easter eggage or something there. If you guys know something about those, please let us know. But basically what we need to do now is melt this gold kind of cage, or I guess it's it's a magnetic, I guess it's just a magnet holding a giant box up. So we're going to melt that, and it's going to drop this box down towards Loki, and he's going to take off. Look at that. Pew! Ain't nothing faster than pew. Now he's over there. We'll go ahead and get to him in a second. He summoned some more of, I guess, our fellow employees to serve as his minions. We'll take all these guys out. Ooh, look at this. That was pretty sweet. I did a buddy combo there between Hawkeye and Iron Man, and they took them all out. Looked like a 7X all in one swoop. And all right, so we can now build the pieces that were left over from that box dropping, well, towards Loki, not necessarily on him. And we luckily get that true Avenger requirement too. And, all right, now what we're going to do is we need to head over to the left-hand side. There's kind of a little walkway down there, and we're going to go all the way back to the left back area. You can see some glowing blue bricks up in that upper left corner right now, and we're going to sneak over there in just a second. Here we go. And all the way back there, Iron Man, Tony Stark, there's a couple of guys that can repair these blue glowing bricks. Iron Man's going to do the job for us. Well, I'm going to attempt to. It was a little easier said than done. But, yeah, I don't know why I got knocked off there. But once you get the meter filled up, you will gain access to a floating minikit. So fly up and grab it, and booyakashow, we got 5 of the 10 minikits already. And there's another quick reminder about our quick links down below. If you're in a hurry, go ahead and use them. Otherwise, we need to access that S.H.I.E.L.D. terminal over on the left-hand side, which will then open up and give us access to a blue shattering glass. I guess it's just kind of a piece of glass, but we'll go ahead and complete this. Oh, I guess it's not a S.H.I.E.L.D. terminal. It's a techno panel. So go ahead and complete the arrows, play the little memory game, get it right, and it'll open the doors and reveal this glass that needs to be broken with our sonar. That's right, you haven't heard me break out with the old sonar edge for a while, but we're going to do it right now, and Hawkeye is going to be our guide for this one. And just simply target the glass, and it will do the rest for you. Booyakashow! Now we have access to this little switch, so we can hop up there and grab it and pull it down. And this will actually take us into the battle scene where we have to fight Loki. That's right, it takes us and it swoops us all over. Everything starts blowing up, and here we go. He teleports, and wait a minute, wait for it. Even though we didn't realize it, we too teleport. Oh, look at that. Now, as soon as this starts happening, luckily for us, a bunch of studs fall behind us, and we have the Attract Studs red brick as well as the 2X red brick on. So that definitely went in our favor right there. But we're going to hop over to the right-hand side, and I wasn't even sure you could go over here, but it turns out there's a speed boost pad over here, a Quicksilver pad, and we're going to mount it and fill up that meter and watch him charge up this wall here. And he breaks into this box, and you might have to wait for the bricks to kind of flash and disappear like I did. But get inside and grab that character token, which actually gives us what was it, the leader? Yeah, the leader. And, all right, so now we got to make mincemeat out of these clones of Lokis. Look at that, we made some clones of our own. You're not the only one that can clone yourself, buddy. And once all those are gone, it takes a second to recognize and then takes us into the next area. So keep in mind, all cutscenes have been removed, and we do have this video sped up a little bit. Normally, I announced that quite a lot earlier in the video, but just in case you were wondering, they are all gone. It is a little sped up, and oh, to the yeah. All right, so we know what we got to do here. We got to access that bullseye up there and then use that terminal. However, we got some other business to take care of first. Besides grabbing some studdage and taking out the bad guys in this initial wave, we're going to take Captain America all the way to the back, kind of left side. It's definitely the left side of the room, but I don't know if I'd really consider it the back left. I mean, you'll see what I'm saying. It's more of the middle back. And you can see there's a Captain America shield switch terminal there, so we'll go ahead and use that by flinging our shield up there and watch it spin around and open the door. Now, we're going to switch to the Vision, and we're going to use his telekinetic powers to kind of move some things around and complete this, which actually gives us a mini kit. And you're probably wondering, well, why'd you use the Vision? Well, why didn't you use Scarlet Witch? Or, you know, well, the reason being is because we actually are going to use the Vision over here on the right. And coincidentally, we're going to get a bonus trophy achievement, too. We went ahead and used the Great, and our AI character went ahead and switched to the Vision as well. And by having both characters selected as the Vision, we get that Born Yesterday trophy achievement, which is nice. And it was kind of a bonus as to getting that mini kit up there. So make sure you get all the way over to the far left inside that room and grab that mini kit before pulling back through that grate. And once you're down and out, go ahead and switch on over to Hawkeye and destroy this glass with your sonar arrows. And all right, so we've got pretty much everything we can get in this room except for, well, one last thing. Actually, there's two last things now that I'm thinking about it. We're going to freely. That's right. He is trapped over here, and you got to use a strong character to bust through this cracked wall. So Thor should do the trick. Ultimate Ultron will do the trick. Either way, probably a couple others as well. Pick your favorite strong character, blast your way through there, and, of course, freely. Now, we have to do some story bits in order to progress a little bit and access the next Minikit. So we're going to switch to Captain, and we're going to stamp out some fires with our shield. And watch out, it's hot, hot, hot. That's right, look at that, it's burned us up a couple times. I don't know why I struggle with this so much. You know, every once in a while there's a certain feature in the game that I just do not do well with, and it certainly is this one. I've melted myself so many times. But all right, so we've stamped out a little bit of the fire, and we're going to go ahead and use Captain America's shield on the other shield switch in the middle of the room, which gives us access to a shield terminal. So we'll go ahead and use that real quick, which, as you might remember, once we use it, it actually kicks off the fire alarm systems and makes it rain some water. That's right. Internal raining. That's right. All right, so we've splashed, and now it's time to dash. We got to go over there and build up the bricks into the rest of that truck, and it should give us access to another terminal over there too. But before we do anything, switch to Ultimate Ultron and use this terminal with the Hydra symbol. And wait, watch this. It sends power back up and opens that top piece. Oh, it drops a little screen down, and look at that. It's Arnim Zola. I remember him from being trapped in the computers in Captain America. Or was it Avengers? I don't know. It's one of them. I think it's Avengers. Anyhow, I remember being stuck in the computer, and it's cool that they did a little reference point there. And make sure you grab that Minikit and make your way back over to the truck and build it up. Now, once you build it up, you see this little camera pan, and it shows a bunch of stuff falling from the ceiling. It doesn't quite give us all the bricks we need, but it does give us access to another terminal, which will open up this garage door when the sequence is completed correctly. So for us, it was down, left, left, and we correctly input it, and it opened the door. And inside, we find some bad guys, including a terrible driver. Hopefully that guy, I don't know what he was doing, but he should have got a designated driver. And you know what? Should have called old T. You know, need a taxi? Just ask me. Anybody know what that's from? All right, once you clear out the bad guys inside, go ahead and use your heat ray to carve out. It looks like a minifig head here. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be, but it's an interesting shape nonetheless. Watch the gold fall down and get inside and grab that Minikit. So we've got all of the collectibles that we can grab in this area, and now we just need to finish building the truck and head out in the truck. And most likely, you probably got the last Minikit during the story playthrough because it's actually pretty hard to avoid. It kind of runs across the screen, and then it even comes back and returns for a second go. So more than likely, you've got everything you need. But if not, hang out and we'll get this last one. So build up the truck and enter it by pressing the icon indicated. For us, it was triangle. And then, of course, they take off and drive away, and it takes us into a cutscene that has been removed. And here we are. So almost immediately, as soon as you start, you will see the Minikit kind of float in on the left-hand side. Now, keep in mind, you can move your truck forward, backward, left, and right. I went ahead and got all the way forward and up to the right, and look at that. Booyakashow! That actually wraps up all of the collectibles for this level, and as a result, we went ahead and sped up this final speed chase to make it a little bit more interesting. But essentially, all you have to do is take out the remainder of the cars. I'll get it right one of these days. And yeah, and then it'll take us all the way to the final scene. So yeah, and that's been removed. So it's been a rough, long day. I'm trying to get these videos out for you guys as quickly as possible because I know a lot of you are ahead of me and don't care to use our trophy achievement guide. You guys are video guys, so I understand. I know everybody has a preference, and that's why we try to cover all ends. We got that guide out. We got videos to go with the guide. You know, anyhow, make sure you take out all these guys by pew pew pew. And one little tip too, I did find that by actually rapidly pressing the button, you'll fire a lot faster than just holding the button. So you can certainly speed this scene up quite a bit by doing that, and eventually you'll take out all the bad guys. And once you do, we got to do some backwards driving one last time before we actually roll to the final credits, or the final totals rather. And all right, so we got 2 more trucks and 3 more cars, and we are spamming that button as fast as our little fingies will take us. And numbers are going pretty quickly down. We're down to 1 and 1 and ready for it. As soon as we get there, ready. Oh, come on, come on. Pew, 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 pew. All right, wait for it, wait for it. Boom, boom. All right. A low-key entrance free play is now complete. We did ring in just plenty of studs, actually, not just enough, plenty of studs in order to get that true Avenger requirement. And you can watch us stack up that percentage and beyond. And all right, we got a couple of characters, 3 in specific. The Absorbing Man, the Leader, and the S.H.I.E.L.D. Scientist were all picked up via character tokens. We also picked up the 4X Red Brick for helping the collector out. And of course, we freely. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right. And which Minikit, I wonder who it is. Minikits open up a comic, and it's Hawkeye's comic. So that'll be fun. And we got a couple of gold bricks incoming, 1 for completing all the Minikits, 1 for freeing Lee, and of course 1 for the True Avenger too. So, all right, you know what this screen means. That's gonna wrap it up for Lego Marvel Avengers Level 2 Free Play, a low-key entrance. I probably said that backwards, but anyhow, I'll get it figured out. And all right, hopefully you guys found this video entertaining and informational as well, because that's the whole goal of this. Put a smile on your face and get those trophy achievements rung off on your system. So, hey, if you guys have any questions or comments, of course, head on over to our social pages, which are all linked down below in the video description. And HappyThumbsGaming.com is also available for your viewing pleasure, and lots of stuff going on there, including trophy achievement guides, product gaming reviews, and more. And if you guys have any requests of anything specific you'd like to see, you know we're all about that. So hit us up. As for me, I got more work to do. As always, until next time. That's all, folks.